So apparently hotel and Airbnb owners aren't really seeing the bookings and the money that they were promised or expected with the World Cup coming to Atlanta in a couple weeks.
It's 1 month away from the matches being played, and my place isn't booked at all for any of the FIFA games, which is insane.
I want to remind you that it's high debt, is a seasonal income, and don't forget about regulation risk.
People today are looking for different ways to make money. Unfortunately, there are some things that could put someone in over their head. In today's video, I want to talk about the situation with the FIFA World Cup coming to America and Airbnbers trying to capitalize on this. Unfortunately, they may have been over their head. Now, sometimes real estate can be a great investment, but if you over leverage, you could be underwater. A lot of people assumed that because this is such a big event, they're going to have no issue renting out their short-term rental. But what people are realizing is with the economy, it's a lot harder than they originally thought. Now, a lot of people are in a weird situation. It's either you have to cut back or you have to make more money. Now, you can only cut back so much. So if you're in a situation where you need to make more money, but you don't know exactly where to start, click the first link in the description. When I lost my job, I ended up starting an online business, and within the first 90 days of starting, I replaced my full-time income, and I want to help you as well. With that being said, let's see what people are saying.
What's happening with Atlanta's Airbnb and the World Cup? Just saw Airbnb host talking about he has a property on Airbnb for the World Cup and he has no bookings yet. Comments were saying greed, and I know that's part of it. But I also have two properties on Airbnb in Metro Atlanta. One is literally 1.2 miles away from the stadium, and neither of them are booked. And I have thoughts. I think there are several factors coming into play as to why that is. First of all, the demand is not where we expected it to be. The demand for the World Cup in Atlanta or in the US in general is down for obvious reasons. Secondly, since the World Cup was announced a couple years ago, a lot of people are just buying properties waiting for this windfall. So the supply of Airbnb properties is so much. If you look online, you see so many new listings. People are just putting their homes on Airbnb just for the World Cup. Airbnb also hyped up the entire thing as well. They were offering New Hope $750 to put their properties on the market for the World Cup. And then yes, the freaking greed. This is what I want to talk about. Look at this property right here. $50,000. Guys, this is for 3 nights. The 13th of the 16th of July. $50,000. What are you talking about? I thought this was a mistake. I was waiting for them to adjust this, and it has not been adjusted in over a week. So maybe they're serious. Outside of that, look at its other prices. $8,000, $6,000, $5,000, $5,000. The prices are just astronomical. On my property, I did raise the price. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not over $2,000 for 3 nights. This one is $10,000. The one that's listed for $50,000 is a nice property, but it's not spectacular. It must not be serious. You know, sometimes people just troll just to see if they can get it. That's what I think is happening here. We're literally less than 3 weeks away from the World Cup. Happy that I'm in this space. I wasn't buying properties just for the World Cup. But people that had spent money and bought properties just for the World Cup, be realistic with your pricing. The market is not what we expected it to be. Get something or you may not get anything at all.
Now, she's bringing up some really good points. First of all, you have a bunch of people buying property to list on Airbnb. You have the people who already have the Airbnbs in the area. Now you're also dealing with people who are putting their own home up for Airbnb. So the competition is fierce.
Month and a half away, there's so much demand, they must all be booked.
Yeah, not yet. Surprise, surprise.
Are you surprised?
I am personally not surprised.
Live World Cup sales are falling dramatically short of expectations.
Yeah, really disappointed here. So 11 Alive Chase House spoke with hotel managers in Midtown who were preparing for packed rooms, but are now having to adjust those plans.
A source at one hotel tells me they projected $600,000 in revenue for the month of June. And get this, according to my source, they only have $13,000 on the books right now. But it's not just massive hotel chains affected. Some Airbnb hosts are feeling it too.
It's 1 month away from the matches being played, and my place isn't booked at all.
That's Omo Akintoy. He took to TikTok to talk about his Airbnb still not being booked ahead of the World Cup.
The loss that I'm taking right now is probably an upward in at least $6 grand. And that's just for June, and not to mention July at all.
Akintoy joined me on Zoom from D.C. He says originally he priced his 4-bedroom home that sleeps 12 for $1,100 a night. But now he's marked it down, hoping to attract tourists.
If there's an actual game, we left it around 900. There's not an actual game going on in the day. We brought it down to around 800, somewhere around there.
And it's not just Airbnb hosts having to cut their rates. So are some hotels.
See, one of the things to keep in mind is you got to be careful when you're listening to the news of what they're saying versus the reality of it. See, some of the Airbnbers are saying exactly what they're feeling, even though you may be watching something that tells you otherwise. These people are not only competing against other Airbnbers, but they're also competing against the hotels and residents that are going to put their own house up during this time. Now, I know this is a hotel, but just think about this for a second. $600,000 projected, and they only got $13,000 out of $600,000 projected. Add that up, what will that do to somebody who has Airbnbs and they're highly leveraged?
So apparently hotel and Airbnb owners aren't really seeing the bookings and the money that they were promised or expected with the World Cup coming to Atlanta in a couple weeks. One Midtown hotel actually told our reporter that they were projecting $600,000 in bookings in June, but they've only booked $13,000. Airbnb owners are saying the same, that they really expected to be booked solid, but a lot of them have been dropping their prices because they're not really getting bookings. If you own a business or rental or Airbnb in the Atlanta area, I'd love to hear from you and if that's been your experience too.
Now think about how off in the projection that is. $600,000 and they only got $13,000, and that's for a hotel. They are in trouble if they don't have those, if they can't make those payments.
Hey, British guy living in America, and I live 10 minutes away from what has to be the most expensive Airbnb rental for the World Cup in New Jersey. Let's take a look at it. This is on the market, 3-night minimum. Guess how much you will be paying for 3 nights over the World Cup final. I'm not even going to do one of those annoying hooky things where it's wait until the end. I'm just going to tell you right now. Famously, for nearly 40 grand, 38,615. 16 guests though, so if you're really going for it, it's like 2,500 a guest. Let's take a look around. You got everything you need. You got the pool, you got the fire pit. You got glamour, you got glitz. Pool with the sprinkles and the basketball hoop, that's going to come in handy. Big study for your cigars. Grand staircase. Basketball hoop over here. I mean, just look at this stunning piece of house. Ultra high-end luxury mansion near NYC. What do you think? Is it worth it? Are you booking this? It's already booked. Someone's booked this for the World Cup.
Now maybe this place will get booked and the people there are going to get a good amount to sit on after this booking. So even if that place specifically got booked, there's a ton of others that are not going to get booked. But keep in mind, they're also competing with a bunch of other homes and hotels.
So you know the World Cup is coming to Houston. And it's starting to be a few cracks in the system. And one of those cracks is that a lot of the hotels and Airbnbs aren't booked yet. But nobody's going to make the amount of money that they think they're going to make off of this. I mean, maybe a few smaller businesses, a few small restaurants. But really, we should be looking at this more of an advertisement than a money-making situation, at least for the city overall. Maybe we can get some people to come in and look at the city, maybe come back and on their own time. But the truth is that a lot of people are panicking about this money situation. As of today, it's not bringing in what they thought it was going to bring in. We behind the ball, so let's just hope all these millions of dollars that the city put in to make the city look good is going to be worth it at the end.
Imagine being an Airbnb, leveraging yourself that far. It does not look good at all.
Our projections are for 500,000 visitors to come to Houston and a $1.5 billion economic impact to the region.
According to Houston First Corporation, we're already ahead of last year. The organization says June reservations are up more than 9%, and July bookings are up 11% compared to 2025.
Short-term rentals are up very, very high.
But local Airbnb hosts say they're not seeing it.
My Airbnb listings, they're not booked as of yet.
Adrian Garcia has been hosting for 10 years. He owns or manages 6 properties.
Airbnbs that I manage are well located. My Airbnb also that I own is right in downtown. So I was expecting for it to be booked right away.
And he's not alone.
We have not had a single booking specifically for World Cup.
Shannon Wolf has been a host for 2 years, and she expected more reservations.
The initial surge of the World Cup, we thought we would get some bookings. So we adjusted our pricing.
But Airbnb, an official partner of FIFA for the World Cup, says its internal data shows something different. The company says neighborhoods including North Houston, Northeast Houston, and Sunnyside have seen an increase in bookings of more than 400% compared to last year. Numbers some local hosts find hard to believe.
I don't think there's 4 times the amount of bookings because the number of listings hasn't increased by that amount. Maybe the dollar amount has increased by a lot.
Sebastian Long is part of the Texas Short-Term Rental Association. He has 200 listings in Houston and Dallas. He says while he's heard from other hosts who are struggling to get bookings, his properties are seeing steady reservations for June and July.
Our rates are probably only about 20 to 25% higher than last year for those months. That's sort of what we're aiming for.
Still, many hosts say they're hoping travelers start booking closer to kickoff.
I'm going to have to also maybe drop my prices now too.
So Houston can absorb a lot of travelers, and because it's a larger market, people don't need to book as far in advance.
I think one of the biggest things people ignored was the state of the economy that we're dealing with. And people just have less money to spend, even in big events like this. So you're taking a real big risk. Now keep in mind, you're also dealing with Airbnb hosts that have some experience. They have multiple places. They may have been in the game for a while. And you have a bunch of new people coming into the market thinking they're just gonna cash in, but don't have the experience and haven't done the research necessary to have a better chance of succeeding in this kind of a market.
Right now in Atlanta, the frenzy is Airbnb. Everyone is jumping on that bandwagon. Because of the World Cup, which is like what, a week, 2 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks max. I just want to remind you that it's high debt, it's a seasonal income, and don't forget about regulation risk. Because even a booked Airbnb can still be losing money. And by the way, what happens after the World Cup? What is your plan for that Airbnb? How are you going to maintain all the expenses that is going to be carried over from month to month?
Those are some really good points. It is high debt, and when you have to lower the prices, now it goes into your margins. And I think a lot of people that are getting into the game for the first time trying to do this, these are some of the things that really bite you in the rear end on the back end.
All right, so let's talk about the Atlanta FIFA World Cup matches. Read an article earlier on Instagram about the people that own the Airbnbs in Atlanta, and they were complaining about how they can't book their Airbnbs through any of the games, and they're suffering. They thought they were going to make all this money and blah, 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 blah. Look at the matches. So you've got countries like the Congo, you've got Haiti, you've got Uzbekistan. You can't expect a lot of people to come from those countries. Like, those are third world countries. Like, they're extremely poor countries. Not to mention the hundreds of hotels around Atlanta, the probably thousands of Airbnbs around Atlanta. There is a lot of competition.
That's a really good point to bring up the different countries, because some countries have more resources than others. Obviously, there's people that have money in all over the world. But again, it's looking at what is the chances of that amount of people being able to take on the actual demand and to be able to make it to where you're able to charge the prices that you are of what you planned. If you have to lower them, now that throws a whole kink in the entire business, because you weren't even planning on that, and then it trickles all the way down.
All right, so this one's for the people who have Airbnbs or own hotels that are near any of the stadiums that FIFA is playing any of the matches. So I have an Airbnb that's only 5 minutes away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The house is huge, everything is customized in there. I know because I designed it and built it myself. So generally, my place is always booked. Since FIFA was coming, we went ahead and increased the prices a little bit. It's 1 month away from the matches being played, and my place isn't booked at all for any of the FIFA games, which is insane. I also did research before I even increased the prices, and the FIFA customer that travels to another country to go watch their country play, they don't care how much things are. They usually just pay the money. It's so bad out here. I don't know, you have to tell me if y'all book or not, because I'm not booked. And if I'm a traveler and I'm coming from, another country, by this time, I should know where I'm staying, because that's pretty reckless, right? For the majority of people, they're not doing that. So please let me know in the comments. Are y'all booked yet, or like, what's going on?
Again, some of these people are skilled Airbnb hosts. So they have seen this, and some of them may have planned and not over leverage themselves. The concern is the new people that see this shiny object, and here's a great way to make some quick money, but they're playing in a really lucrative game with professionals who have the skills, have the experience, and are able to make the adjustments that a new person that may not have the resources or the skills or the experience will not be able to handle. It's unfortunate this entire situation, because people are desperate to make money, but this is one of those things that was a really risky calculation. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Again, if you're struggling with your finances, you need to increase your income. Click the first link in the description. I want to invite you to my workshop where I show you the same frameworks that I used to be able to eliminate having the boss situation within the first 90 days. With that, we'll see you on the next video.